Welcome, Fred.
Joey, you got the hot mic, so I guess I gotta
Step up. Yeah.
gotta step up to it. Kiss the microphone. So thanks for being here this afternoon. Great to see artists, and Joey did a great list of trivia questions for me and made me study on it overnight. And we want to give away Gretsch stuff. So we hope that you put your Gretsch hat on, dig into that deep reservoir you have of Gretsch information, and raise your hand, and that's how we do it in this class. And we have more visitors from Toronto, Canada. Sarah and Charlotte.
Hey, Sarah and Charlotte, welcome, eh?
Hey, thanks for coming.
Hey, and before we get started, Fred,
Yes.
you know, not everybody in the room here may be Gretsch enthusiasts. So, certainly, again, as Fred mentioned, in this classroom, if you know the answer, just raise your hand. In our peripheral vision, whoever hand goes first has the first chance to answer the question, so just don't blurt it out. And for those who don't know the answer, certainly you're going to learn a lot about the Gretsch Company. 135 years. How about that? There's not too many people in this building that have been around that long, right, Fred?
That's it. And I'm just kind of amazed here. We have two groups of musical sisters here. We got Nick and Sam from Arkansas, if I got that right, and made their life in Nashville. And we got Sarah and Charlotte from near Edmonton, Alberta, who live now in Toronto, and are very involved with the Women's International Music Network. So two sister acts here, musical teams. So how about that? I bet you're the only two at NAMM. So, you honor us with your presence.
Okay, Fred, are we ready?
We're ready, Joey.
Okay, first question is?
The first question is, the date was February 9th, 1964. If you know what that date was, we'll give you a prize for that date alone, yes?
Right here. Beatles.
That's right.
We got a winner. What size shirt you wear?
Large.
Large. We got a large over here.
Okay,
Here we go.
there we
Hey,
go.
what's your name?
Brian.
Brian, where are you from, Brian?
Virginia.
Virginia. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for being here. And so we know it was the Beatles on Ed Sullivan. The next question is, what Gretsch guitar model was he playing? Do you know?
Give this guy a chance right here. Yes, sir. Country Gentleman, you are right.
It was
What's your
indeed.
name? Josh. Hey, Josh, thanks for that.
Yeah,
What size shirt you wear? Extra large for Josh.
Two winners right there. We're giving out the Gretsch stuff here, so put your Gretsch hat on. We want to hear from you. And so the year was in the 60s. Some cool films and movies. Thunder of Drums, The Wild Westerners, Kona Coast, and a couple of appearances on Have Gun Will Travel. What famous Gretsch artist do we associate with that media?
Right here again.
Dwayne Eddy?
Dwayne Eddy is right.
Whoever.
And Dwayne will be in this space tomorrow at this time, 2 o'clock. So come back and catch an autograph and a picture with
Dwayne Eddy, rock and roll legend.
Yeah, that's great.
Rock and roll Hall of Famer.
Absolutely. Had his first hit 60 years ago. Think of that, girls. If you have your hit this year, 60 years from now, you'll be up here with Gretsch Guitars again. So.
And you'll be our trivia question.
Yeah, you'll be a trivia question. Won't that, just think about yourself 60 years from now. Wow. Baldwin Piano Company, a big piano company of the 60s, purchased the Gretsch business from the family 1967, and they when they took over, they did new things, and so which one of these names is not was the first model done in the Baldwin era on Gretsch guitars? Was it Firebird, Falcon, Rally, Grasshopper, or Sparklejet? Put your hand up if you know the answer to that.
And we'll even take a guess. Right here. Yes, right here. Falcon?
Not the Falcon.
Sorry, buddy.
Okay.
Good try, though.
No.
Yes, ma'am.
No.
Well, there's one left.
Take that last one.
Yeah. All you have to do is name it. So next.
Grasshopper?
No, grasshopper was fictitious.
It was fictitious, yes.
You put the ringer in there.
We put the ringer in there.
Put the ringer in there. So the answer was rally. So next time you know. So great. We started. What year was the business started? Anybody?
Right here. 1883. We got a winner. What's your name? Robert. What size shirt you wear? Double X?
Double X. There we go.
Thanks, Robert.
And so started in 1883, and a dozen years later, my great-grandfather, who started the business, was traveling to Europe, got sick and died, and the business was run at that point by my great-grandfather. And how old was he in 1895 when he went to work full-time in the family business? Anybody? Very, very proud of this age. He was 15, so he worked in the business actively until 1952. So, and how about Grandma's name? Great-grandma's name. Anybody got that in their memory bank? Great-grandma, raise your hand, guess, otherwise. My great-grandfather and great-grandmother had 7 children together, and her name was Rosa, and she must have been a wonderful businessman to be able to mentor her son to join the business in 1895. True or false? Tough. You just choose one. No. True or false? Gretsch started making guitars in 1883.
True?
We'll give it to the false.
All right.
So-
What size shirt you wear?
Yeah, in 1883 we were
Extra large?
making
Thanks, Nathan.
banjos and drums, and about within 10 years we were making guitars. Guitars were a parlor instrument. They didn't make enough volume noise in order to be heard in the band, and it wasn't until the 30s really that we got into a bigger guitar and you could be heard in the band. Which of the following signature artists played the euphonium at a young age? Was it Billy Duffy, Dwayne Eddy, Patrick Stump, or Brian Setzer? Anybody?
Right here.
Brian Setzer is correct.
All right. Thank you. What size shirt? What's your name? Ron. Thanks, Ron. We got a large right here.
Yeah,
There you go. Yep.
which Gretsch legend growing up studied violin, but after hearing blues musician John Lee Hooker switched to guitar? And his guitar choice we designed for him was rectangular in shape. Anybody?
Oh, diddly. This guy right here. Got to raise your hand, but you're a winner. We'll acknowledge you.
Yeah, go.
Way to go.
Spread the wealth.
How about you? How about I'll give you a shirt?
Oh, I was scratching. I got nothing.
You got-
Bo Diddley? Yeah.
No,
Bo
we'll
Diddley.
give a shirt to you.
All right, perfect. Do a large for my wife. That'll work.
There we go. Hey, before we continue, Fred,
Yes.
I just want to plant the seed
you.
now. We're going to do a couple more questions, and then we're going to open it up to the floor. We're going to allow you to ask Fred a question, anything you want. Okay, so you might want to think of a question that you may want to ask Fred. Continue, Fred.
Okay. Name the famous prefab TV group of the 60s who played Gretsch, and he even had a signature Gretsch guitar model.
Right. Monkeys.
Monkeys is it. There we go. There.
There you go.
What is the name of Gretsch's Interchangeable and Collapsible guitar series created in the 60s? And it stumped everybody yesterday, so we'll see whether there's anybody around who's got that answer.
Collapsible guitar.
Yeah, interchangeable and collapsible.
And I'll give you a hint.
And it's also the name of a bathing suit.
Thank you. There you go. We got a winner today.
We got a winner, bikini.
Way to go.
The bikini guitar. Check that. Google that one.
Thank you, my friend. How about one more, Fred?
From 1939 to the end of World War II, Gretsch serial numbers were at what numerical value? This is a toughie. Anybody?
That's a tough one, Fred.
Yeah, that's a toughie. Anyone? Any guesses in the 1,000 level? And We have to do another question.
One more then,
Yeah.
yes.
What was the first Gretsch signature electric guitar model? Who did we do that for? His town.
Right here, back
in
here.
the doorway.
Oh yeah, we'll take that. Way to go.
We need a winner. We need a new winner. So
Thanks,
there we
Kevin.
go.
What size shirt? All right, how about we open it up to the floor here? Any questions for Fred? Anybody? Company's been around 135 years. Think about it.
And we've done the Fred and Joe show and that we're doing now, and it's not the show exactly, but we do a history, and we've done it in Edmonton, Alberta.
That we have.
We've done it in Calgary, Alberta.
That we have.
And
We got a question.
haven't done it in Arkansas.
We got a question right here. This man with the hat. Yes, sir.
In the fashion industry, there's an equally, or not equally, I say, but a really well-established shirt company called Rockbound out of Denver, Colorado. I sell them in my store, and the Gretsch version, the licensed Gretsch embossed shirt, the cowboy western shirt, is the most popular seller. I want to know, what kind of involvement did you have in picking the design or have anything to do with such an iconic shirt that you could go to the museum right next door and see? And
That's a great question. I've got one of those shirts too.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Joey, fill us in.
Wow, yeah, that was,
Wait,
you know,
wait.
the design and the spirit of it. I got it from the website at, not the
GretschGear.com.
GretschGuitars.com. That's where you can find it. The inspiration, I think, is self-explanatory. It's a way cool shirt, and especially if you play gigs and you're playing a Gretsch guitar, you got to own one.
Right, and we wear them to Gretsch events often. Sarah, you have a question?
Yes, I'm about to speak on a panel at 4 about the next. I'm about to speak at a panel at 4 about the future of guitar. So could you give me some insight onto what the future of guitar is for Gretsch?
Good question. The future of guitars for Gretsch.
It's a good time in the music business. Guitar sales are strong and interest is strong. I think online learning is in and it's happening, and more people are learning to play the guitar. So that's very positive moving forward. So
You know, up until, what'd you say, 1958, the guitar really wasn't the most popular instrument in America.
sure, the number one seller was accordion. So 1958 is the year the accordion peaked, and the people in the accordion business that had the accordion studios that were selling your mom or renting an accordion to your mom for so many dollars a week plus lessons, a small 12 bass accordion, wanted to upgrade you to a bigger accordion over time that cost more money. All of those studio operators started in 58. Business has been great all through the 50s after the war. And they thought the accordion business was going to go through the moon. In any case, rock and roll was brand new. Nobody knew where it was going in 58. So we know who won that battle. And it wasn't the accordion.
Boy, can you imagine if the Beatles had played accordions on the Ed Sullivan Show?
Yeah, how cool is that?
There would have been nothing but accordions out here.
That's right, it'd be an accordion show.
Hey, and Gretsch made accordions too.
And we certainly did. We sold accordions right through the early 60s.
Unbelievable. Any other questions for Mr. Gretsch? Yes, sir.
I was just going to say, what's the difference between an accordion and an onion?
What's the difference between an accordion and an onion?
I think you better give him the microphone for the answer on that one.
No one cries when an accordion's cut in half.
We'll give him a prize. Way to go.
There we go.
All right. Hey, any other questions here today? Yes, sir.
Of all the iconic Gretsch guitars, is there one in particular that you would love to have in your personal collection?
My personal taste kind of picked one guitar out of each era, the decade of the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. So I got a bunch of Gretsch guitars.
Sure.
And I got a bunch of favorites. So one won't ever do it if you're a Gretsch fan. So,
Is there an elusive one that you'd like to have your hands on that you don't have? Maybe somebody's personal guitar that you'd like to have in your collection?
He's already got them all.
Randy Bachman, his first group was anybody? Girls? Canadian fans? First group was the Guess Who, and second group was anybody? BTO, Bachman Turner Overdrive. As he toured, he collected Gretsch guitars, and he ultimately ended up with 300. And a wonderful collection, and the Gretsch Foundation acquired them 10 years ago. So they were exhibited here in the Country Music Hall of Fame, 75 of them in 2016 for 6 months, and they will be touring around the world in the future. So Gretsch drums are near and dear to our heart. We're Gretsch.com. We're in Savannah, Georgia. Come visit us at the Gretsch studio there, and we'll take a picture and we'll look at some of those great things from the past.
Fred, thank you for being with us here today. We're very honored. Congratulations, 135 years. Now, Mr. Gretsch wants to meet everybody personally in the room. We have a set up table here, please. We got posters and he'll personalize them for you. Please come and join us here. Say hello. Thank you for being here with us today. Everybody drive home safely, be cool, and God bless Gretch. Thank you, sir.
There we go. And I'm wearing the 135th anniversary pin. I've got one for everybody. So remember to ask if I forget to give it to you.
Come and join us right here. Thank you, folks.